Hello, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Szymanski, First Lady of UNF. Welcome to Magic Story Time. Thank you for being here. Come on in, get comfortable. Bring your friends, bring your families in here. All right, we have a special story today, but you're probably wondering why I'm wearing. And in a few minutes, I'll tell you why I have this on, boys and girls. Okay, here we go. Our story today, boys and girls. You probably recognize my little stuffed animal. This is Corduroy. Hi, boys and girls. Hi, boys and girls. We're glad that you're here for our story. The book is Corduroy Takes a Bow. Corduroy Takes a Bow. That's the title of the story. The author is Viola Davis, and the illustrator is Don Freeman. So that's our special book today. So boys and girls, today, the reason why I dressed up like this, Corduroy and his friend Lisa and her mom, they're gonna go to a theater. But this is not just any theater. This theater is live. It is a Mother Goose theater that's going to be live. So come along with me and we'll start our story. We'll start our adventure. Here we go. Here we go. Corduroy Takes a Bow. Uh-oh. Corduroy wants to show you something before I start reading the book. What, Corduroy? Oh, he wants me to tell you that he does something real special. He knows how to take a bow because in the story, we're going to see lots of people taking a bow. Here we go. Corduroy says, put one of your arms in front of you. Put one arm behind you. You can stand up, boys and girls, students, families, and then you just bow. Okay? You just bow. And we clap. Way to go. You did a good show, Corduroy. You did a good bow. That's great. Thank you. Thank you for clapping for Corduroy. He tried real hard to take a bow. Okay? So here we go. So boys and girls, Miss Szymanski did put her big coat on because our story time is the season of winter. So I have my coat. I'm going somewhere special because going to the theater is a special place. And we all love to dress up. We all love to dress up. So here we go. It was starting to snow when Lisa and her mom got out of the bus. That's right. They were in front. Look at this. This is the theater. It's a live theater, boys and girls. And it's going to have Mother Goose stories. You know about Mother Goose. Your parents read you stories about Mother Goose. Mother Goose rhymes, and you acted it out with them. You already know. She had never been to a big theater like this, boys and girls. So she held her mom's hand real tight, and she held her Corduroy even tighter. As you can see here, there's a big chandelier, as you can see, as we show you this picture right here. And when the chandelier lights came on, it was time to let everybody in for the show. Lights are off and then they're on. And boys and girls, the ushers, the people that helped them come into the theater, gave them a little, it's just a little note that says what's going to be going on. It's a pamphlet. What's going to be going on in the theater. And they took it. And they took it because they want to know, who are the characters? What are they going to do? Now, what happens here is the usher. The usher is the person that takes them to their seats. And the usher kind of has a little flashlight on them. You can see my little flashlight? And he's shining it on them so he can see them really good. Make sure that they're comfortable. Make sure they're sitting in the right seat. Look at Mom. Look at Lisa. Look at Corduroy. They're so comfortable. And Lisa, she's reading her little pamphlet, and she has Corduroy right on her lap. She doesn't go anywhere much without him. He's right on her lap. That is so fun. Now, she was looking at her program, looking at her program. Right before the play started, look at Lisa there. Look where she is sitting in the chairs. A very tall man sat right in front of her, and his hair was way, 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 way up, and she could not see. She whispered to her mom, "Mom, Mom, I cannot see. That man's head is way, way too tall." Her mother said, "Lisa, I have an idea. If we put our coats together and make them like tall, building blocks almost, you'll be able to get taller and see." Wow, her mom was solving the problem. That was a great idea. Now, when they put all their coats on top and Lisa got on top of the coat so she can see better, this is what happened. This is what happened. Look at Corduroy, boys and girls. Keep looking at him. When Lisa stood up to sit on the coats, the orchestra started to play. The orchestra is playing. She forgot all about Corduroy. He slipped off her lap, boom, and he went underneath the seats in the very front, the other row, in front of Lisa's row. He's there by himself. Corduroy is there by himself, boys and girls, all alone. Look at that facial expression. He's a little scared. He's a little scared. Now, "I can't see anything," said Corduroy. Look at him. "I can't see anything." He started to walk next to the seats, all the way up towards the orchestra. He saw some little steps right here at the corner. He saw some little steps, and he wanted to go and climb the little steps and sit on the very top so he can hear the orchestra. I think he had a good idea. We'll see what happens. You can use your imagination to think, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? When Corduroy got to the top of the step, the big curtain went up, 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 up. That's what happened with the curtain, up. Corduroy was so startled that he lost his balance. Look up here. He lost his balance, boys and girls, where he's at the top of the steps. He lost his balance. He's falling and falling. Now, as he's falling down, he lands where the drums were. Look at the drums. We all love to play the drums. I think if I was in the band, I think I want to play the drums. Corduroy liked the drums too. So now he crawled and he crawled around these instruments, boys and girls. That's what he did. Now, he heard a voice. Look at the picture. He heard a voice, but it was a very quiet, whispering kind of voice. And the voice said, "How did you get up here, little fella?" That was the drummer. "How did you get up here?" said the drummer very quietly, because this is a show. He can't shout it out. There's a show going on. There's a show going on. He said, "You must be a prop." Remember when I taught you about a prop before in other stories? That means like you can bring stuffed animals. You can bring puppets. Whatever you like to make your story more interesting. He thought he was a prop. He was part of the story. That's what he thought. Now, what happened next is there was a chair to one side of the curtain. And Corduroy said, if I go to that chair and sit, see the chair? It's all the way in the corner. If I sit there, I'm going to see the show so much better. But he fell off the chair when he got in it, and he fell to the ground. And the stage manager almost stripped on him when he was on the ground. He picked him up. He put him on a hard table, boys and girls, along with the other props. These are props that go with nursery rhymes. There's a baby. There's a spider in the middle, like little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating of curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and scared little Miss Muffet away. Those are props. They go with the nursery rhymes. They go with the nursery rhymes. He tried to put Corduroy right at the hard table, right there. Now, backstage, everybody was busy. These are the characters' costumes. They have their clothes, they have their hats, and guess what Corduroy did? Corduroy wanted to be safe. So he thought that if he hid between all those costumes, he was going to be safe. But all of a sudden he thought, but I won't be able to see the show. I'll be safe, but I won't be able to see the show. So he had to think of something different. Sometimes that's what we have to do to solve problems. So let's see what he did. He said, I'm never going to see anything from here. I'm never going to see anything from here. I need to solve this problem. So now there was a tree with a basket in its branches in the wing of one side of the stage. First, I want you to look at it. This is a prompt. It's a tree. It's a make-believe made tree. And there's a basket hanging there. Has a pretty pink ribbon. And he's just hanging on the tree. Uh-oh. He gets an idea. He starts to climb high on the tree. That's what he did. Well, thought Corduroy. Look what he did next. He said, this is more like it. This is more like it. I can see the show so much better. So now I'm going to pull the book away for a minute and show you what it looked like. Would you like to see that? All right, I'll do it. I brought my tree. Watch this. So we can act it out. We can pretend like we're really there, boys and girls. I brought the tree and then have to think about the basket. And I had to think about Corduroy. So this is the basket, boys and girls. And Corduroy, woo, he wants to come out. I'm trying to put him back in there. And Corduroy was hanging on the basket and he was seeing the show. He was seeing the show like this. And the basket has a pretty pink bow. I'll try to put it up there on the tree. It was hanging from the tree, boys and girls, like this. Isn't that cool? He was getting to see the whole show back and forth. I love this, he said. I love this show. So he's swinging back and forth. So let's go to our story now to see what happens next. Okay, boys and girls, come with me. All right, I have to put him down for a minute. Let's see what happens in our story. We can do both. Yes, we can. Well, thought Corduroy. I'm not too high. I'm not too low. I'm not too high and I'm not too low. This is just right. Look at me. I am in a basket just right. Not too high, not too low. I'm in it just right. He settled in and he watched the Mother Goose performance. He said, I love this theater. I love this theater. Yes, I do. I love this theater. Now, next, the stage manager called out, final scene. This is the final scene we're going to show. And the next thing, I want you to look at the picture. I want you to predict and look at it carefully and see, what do you think might happen next? That's taking a guess by looking at the information. All right, here we go. He's hanging with a basket, and boys and girls, he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's still watching the show. Let's see what happens. You were guessing. You might have some great ideas. All right. This is a very tall tree, said Corduroy. And he looked down, down, down on the stage. Look how high up he is. And he looked down on the stage. The tall tree made him think of the tall man that sat in front of Lisa. That's pretty cool. Now, on the stage below, Mother Goose started to sing. Rock-a-my baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. That's what Mother Goose was singing. Look at the tree branch, boys and girls. It looks like it has a little crack. Now predict what's going to happen to the basket. What's going to happen to Corduroy? Oh my. He's swinging back and forth. Let me see if I can find him. He's swinging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He's getting so dizzy. I'm so dizzy. I'm so dizzy. He couldn't say it too loud. It was in the theater. I'm so dizzy. I'm so dizzy. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm so dizzy. I'm so dizzy. He held on to the sides of the cradle, held on very strong. Now, Mother Goose kept singing. She kept singing. When the bow breaks, the cradle will fall and crack. The bow did break. Okay, I want to show you this. The bow did break, boys and girls. Look at the pink ribbon. It's coming off. The basket is going down. Look at the surprised faces of those characters. Now, this is what happened. I have my bow up there. All of a sudden, the bow comes off the tree, and whoa, it all fell down. All right, it's all in the air. It all fell down, boys and girls. Kaboom, all fell down. Now, let's see what happened to Corduroy. I've got to get him. He actually fell down to the ground. Corduroy, get up here. We're still doing the story. Now, and everybody sang, and down will come baby, cradle and all. And look at Corduroy. He's just flying in the air. He's coming down. Look at him. The cradle's coming down like my basket. He's coming down and all the characters are trying to catch him. They're all trying to catch him. He's coming down, down, down. He doesn't look scared. He looks like he's still okay. I think he knows they'll catch him. Way to go, Corduroy. Now, at the end of the story, Mother Goose, this is Mother Goose right here. She scooped him up, grabbed his hand, and now Baba Black Sheep, that character, took his other hand. And they were going to have a great bow. They were going to bow because everybody's clapping. Everybody's clapping at all these nursery rhyme characters. We've got Humpty Dumpty right there. See, aren't those really cool? And we've got Corduroy and Mother Goose. They're all clapping like this. Yay, 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 yay. That was a great show. That's what you do when you go to shows and the show's over. You clap. Yay. That's how you show enthusiasm and appreciation. And then Corduroy and every other character in the story took a bow. Arm in, another arm in the back, and they took a bow. And another bow. And the audience kept clapping, and they took another bow and another bow. That's wonderful. All of them bowed, boys and girls. Now, later, Lisa had to go find Corduroy. Where did Corduroy go? She found him. He was backstage. She said, where did you go? Why did you do that? And he said, I couldn't see, Lisa, and I wanted to see the performance. And I was trying to find a place so I could see. Well, that's what he did. He was telling her the truth. But I want to show you something that's really cool. When they got home, boys and girls, Lisa did something special. She made a little type of performance. She got a box. She got a few little curtains. She got a doll and a tightrope. And she did a wonderful program for, look at him, Corduroy. She set him in the rocking chair, and he was going to watch the great performance that his friend Lisa put on. And they put all the little animals, all the stuffed animals, so they can watch the performance. She did a show for him. She used her imagination after she got back from the theater. So if you go somewhere special and then you want to act it out at home, you can do it like this story. You sure can.